Loudness with the lines are drawn. This is a CVT guitar lesson for Eric, and you just wanted the rhythm, no solo. Akira, amazing. People always call him the Japanese Eddie Van Halen, but you know, he also sounded like George Lynch, Vivian Campbell, yet had his own style. Tuning is standard. This is your first CVT lesson, so just so you know, everything's thoroughly explained in your tabs. Once I email them to you, you'll see. So our first section, you know, and everything's timestamped, so you can match it up to the song if you're lost on what part is that, but it's a killer riff here. And then it starts over. They got a little harmony over it. So section 1, here we go. Starting at 1 second in, it's 7A. Picking, you do want to pay close attention to the picking in this, or it will not feel right, and you'll struggle, you know, with timing, keeping up with the pace of these. So make sure you try to follow the picking. 7A, palm muted, open E 3 times, down, up, down. In other words, and I suggest if that's tricky, just work on that. Okay, next is 5A. So, oops. Then 5A, 2 open E's palm muted. So, and then start it over. But this time, when you go to the 5th fret A, go to open E palm mute once, 7A, open E palm mute once, 5A. You'll see double dots in your tabs. Just repeat all that. It's 2 times of that. Oops, messed it up the second time. Oops. Then 5A, kind of the same beat concept with some different notes. 5A, and then down, up, down, palm muted, open E. Now I did put 3 for the finger there. You could use your first on the first time through, and then just move it over to 3A. 2 opens, palm muted, 5A, triplet, palm mute, alternate pick, open E. And then 3A, 2 palm mutes, open E, 5A, 1 open E, palm mute, 3A, 1 open E, palm mute. Now those, because the speed of this, Eric, some of those palm mutes on the opens, you may not hear them super clearly, but they are in there, and that's why it's important to, if it's a little too challenging, to slow down the overall tempo of this. Okay, so. Thank you, Joe. And that has 2 dots around it. In music, that just means repeat. Okay, and then that whole progression is twice. Second time through, you hear them kind of layer. It has they're harmonizing in what's called thirds, which a lot of metal bands do that. It just sounds cool. Section 2 comes in at 24 seconds. It's 7A, 9D. It's just an E5 power chord. You can go first and third, first and fourth, don't matter. But it's and that's going to go twice. So 7, 9 AD, 4 strums, quick rest, barred 7, 7 AD to 7, 9 AD, rest, and then a trail off slide. So it's slide it till around fret 3, 5 or 2, 4. You don't really hear the stop notes of the slide, just the effect of it. And then open 2, 3 on the low E string, and then 2A, 2D. So it's, and then you play that whole thing twice. Okay, now vocals come in. Section 3, 30 seconds in, and it's kind of like the beginning of this, Eric, but there are some changes towards the end. So here's what it is. Starts the same way. Well, let's do it up to tempo. So you start it the same way. Where it changes is you're going to go to the 5A here on the end, and then 2 opens palm muted, which in the beginning that's not there. 7A, open E palm mute once, 5A, open E palm mute once. So that end grouping is what's different, which would be so that stuff can get a little tricky. That is 2 times, and then you go 5A, so it'll be 5A, triplet, palm mute, alternate pick, open E. So it's 3A, 2 open E's, palm muted. That's a good subgroup too. 3A, 5D. You're gonna have to lower your thumb a little bit because what Akira is doing here is he's hitting the chord, which is a C5. As it's ringing, hold on. He hits the open E and B, so it's open A, 3A, pick, pull off. It just means you're not going to strike the string. You're going to snap this to get your volume. So, and you just repeat it again. That section. Alright, section 4 comes in at 53 seconds. Let me run through this once. Okay, that is played twice as well. 2A, 4D. Once again, try and keep the fingers out. We need an open B played after these. To hold. So you don't go. You'll see the darkened shaded line up top. Move to 3-5. Rest, let it ring, go B, G, 3A, but you're already there. So here's that part. Okay, bar chord time. Bar the 5th fret on all the strings except for the top one. 7D and 7G. Keep those knuckles up. Like I said, I haven't heard you play, so I don't know what's going to be the challenges for you. But if you do some more, you can kind of give me some feedback on how you did with this. 2 strums, and it's all the strings except the top one. With the index, try to mute string 6. And then move holding up a whole step. That's 2 frets. And then go E, B, G, D. But you don't have to lift anything. Alright, and like I said, that's 2 times. Section 5 comes in at 104, and kind of a funky part. Pretty cool. It's got some fret hand string muting. It goes. So bar the 5th fret on the G, B, and E. Take that index, just touch the D in case we accidentally strum it. You're gonna hit those 3. Fret hand muting. So you'll see the X across the strings. That's fret hand muting. So the way to do that is lift the pressure off the bar, and I would set these down to secure it and go down, up, down. This might be the trickiest part because it's not super common in metal. It's more of a funk thing. Chord, 2 down strums, and then move that whole thing up to 777, and then go E, B, G. So it's. Okay, now we go to page 2. You'll see some repeats on there, quite a few actually, and then you'll see a section 4B. What that is it's section 4 with an altered ending, and that altered ending is this. Instead of going, they only move it up a half step. So 6A, 8D, bar everything, go 8G as well. So we're hitting the power chord, the A and D, and then go E, B, G, D, up, 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 down. So okay, and then we move into section 6. At a minute 57, it's open E. It's actually an overdubbed guitar. You can hear some of the other track, and you'll hear a slide in. But don't worry about that slide because it'll mess you up as a solo guitar thing. So open E, 3A, 2-4 AD, it's just a power chord. Open 2 AD, pinch harmonic vibrato 3E, and Akira did a lot of pinch harmonics. If you can't do those pinches yet, don't worry about it. I do have a good lesson on my channel. Type in Mike Gross pinch harmonics. And then pinch harmonic to E. So. And then this is a C major 7. It's 3A, 2D, open G, open B. Strum those 4. Use your 3rd and 2nd finger. Leave them ringing because it's a hold. Drop your index to 2G. Oops. EBG open after that, but that part is twice. And then that whole section is twice. Section 7 is next, 209, 79 AD. This is all, for the most part, power chords, I believe. Well, except for the ending. It goes. 3, 4, and then it's going to start over. So 7-9 AD. Rest, hit it again, go to 10, 12, and 3, 5. 3E, and then 3, 5 to 5, 7, A and D. And then pinch harmonic, 5, 4 on the D, 7, 5 on the A. So anyways, if those pinches give you trouble, filter them in later. 7A, rings out, and then 7, 9 EA, and then start it over. Oops, I was sitting there staring at the tabs and lost my beat. So that goes, we have 2 times of that. Second time, no star. So you'll take this note off, and instead you're going to go open 2 EA. Okay, then at 233 we got the rhythm for the solo that comes in, which is section 1. And then that does that 2 times, and then a new part here, which is just a rhythm that he threw in for the solo, is this. It's a cool little gallop rhythm that bands like Maiden, Megadeth, Metallica used a lot. It's 3A. No, actually it starts on 2A. It's all palm muted, and the strumming is written out, but it's down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, change. That change is the start of the beat again. So 1. So from 2 to 1. Once you get to 1, play the same rhythm. Same thing on open. 4E, 3, 5 to 7E. No palm mute on that. Okay, that in itself is a really good exercise just for both hands, but more so this hand to get used to the, good stuff. Akira's not super heavy-handed on his palm muting, and the distortion isn't oversaturated, so you'll see I put 7 for a guesstimation on his gain level. Love his tone though. 307 is the open 2, and then we go to page 3, and you may encounter some new concepts here or not. Natural harmonics, fret 7 on the D and G. You hit them together. Whammy. He does like 4 little mild swoops. Matter of fact, I think this is clean. It is. Just harmonics, light pressure above fret 7 on the D and G, and I mean super light, and it's got to be right above the silver fret bar. And then 7E, 7A, these are harmonics. And then 12 on the E, B, and G. And then it starts over from the 7/7D G. Yeah. So you'll go through that. It's got, you'll see the double dots in there, and then you'll end on 7/7 DG. And then back to distortion. You'll hear a volume swell, which is notated with VS. Eddie Van Halen did a lot of these. 14G, third finger, 15B, pinky, and then go middle and first finger behind this third finger to help with what we're going to do here, which is a volume swell bend. Have your volume off with your pinky, hit the 2 strings, and keep hard pressure. And what you'll do is bend the G a whole step. A whole step means 2 frets. When you do that, come over here and just slowly turn your volume up. So you'll have, and then slide it off. And that's it. I mean, the rest is notated. It's a tag off of some of the other sections. So anyways, hope you enjoy this. I know you're super stoked, man. So I worked long and hard on it today to get this for you. And it's right, man. That's the way Akira's playing it. So have fun, man.